Easy Money Flex. Welcome to the Rack House, never the Trap House. Yeah, back with another video. You know I'm gonna keep it short, sweet, and I'm gonna try to get straight to the point the best I can. So y'all just bear with me. And this is about Den of Kings, the platform Kurt Franklin, invite people over and have conversations. And I guess the most recent conversation, it was NLE Chopper, Kev on stage, Jonathan Majors, Ray J, football player, I think his last name Barnett. I want to say he played with the Packers. I'm not sure. But I'm just thinking to myself, NLE Chopper, the youngest one, was the only one who I could understand and make sense of, even though I'm closer to the age of the others that was there. You know what I mean? But I fully understood what NLE Chopper was saying. And it's like they couldn't. I'm like, how can you criticize this man's path and how he gets to the Lord? Like he said, you got you and you got the Lord. And it's things in between that you got to go through that's going to bring you closer to God. And I'm just like, man, they was giving that man so much pushback. Know what I mean? And it's like, man, it sucks to be young. Don't nobody want to get old, but it sucks to be young because the things you speak, people try not to take you serious or what you saying is a bunch of bull. But I fully understand what he was saying. But that's like some female shit, you listening to respond instead of to understand what he's saying because of his age and the lane he's in. He's not an actor, he's not a comedian, he's not a gospel singer, he's a rapper, who's made some very bad music. I mean, not bad music, but just songs that people his age and under don't need to be listening to. But I think he's a very smart dude and he's on the right path. And I think NLE Chopper is going through a change. I don't think the music that we are used to seeing NLE Chopper make, I don't think he's with that no more. I really think the Lord is working into his life. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't ever see NLE Chopper drop any more music. And if it is, it's going to be feel good music. It's not going to be no we killing, we sliding, no ops, no sex, no drugs, no none of that. You know what I mean? He looked it very sober and in his right mind, which I'm very happy about that. But I get fully what NLE Chopper was trying to say. And Jonathan Majors got the nerve to tell that man he need to read his Bible again. Jonathan Majors, look, not too long ago, you was going through a bunch of stuff, like a bunch of stuff. And and I'm glad you married. I'm glad you found your wife in your lowest times. But your wife ain't a saint neither, because the business y'all in is an evil business. And you know that firsthand, right? All y'all up there, even Kurt Franklin, is a gospel singer. You still in the industry, buddy. And I know your walk and your path has not been clean, buddy. It has not been clean. And it's hard to be on a good, straight, narrow path when you're making millions and millions of dollars. So I always question people's lives who makes millions of dollars. Real talk. So NLE Chopper, I rocks with you, bro. I understand what you were saying. You made a whole lot of sense. You made more sense than they did. Like what you were saying, I could understand better than what them old heads was saying, bro. And you ain't say nothing wrong, and you continue on with your journey, seeking the Lord, seeking the Lord, bro. I get you, man. And Ray J, he just looked like he was out of place. He just looking like, hey, like he just woke up and said, hey, how did I get here, goof ass? But anyway, Easy Money Flex. Y'all can hop in the comments and tell me what y'all feel about it. If y'all haven't watched any of the clips or you seen any reactions to it, it's the Den of Kings with Kurt Franklin. And I guess it's the most recent uh you know interview. Easy Money Flex.